welcome back to my channel. Welcome back. Wow, I know it's been such a long time. Since I put my face in front of the camera, but welcome back. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. Thank you for clicking onto this video, and thank you for subscribing to my channel. Do not forget to give this video a thumbs up, and do not forget to comment and share this video. If you are new to this channel, sweetie, welcome to my tube channel, and I hope you're gonna love it here. Welcome to the family. Please do not forget to subscribe. Please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up, comment, listen. But at this point, you'll know what I mean, and you'll know what the drill is. So, I'm flustered. But anyway, seeing as this is the first video I'm recording since the first giveaway, I think since the first giveaway, this is the first video I'm recording. Let me start by saying thank you guys for getting me to 100 subscribers. Please continue subscribing, please continue sharing, so we can get to 200 subscribers and have our second giveaway. The winner for our first giveaway was Tubelihle Ndeti. I'm going to try and insert the screenshot of the comment and then everything. I'll try and insert the screenshot of everything somewhere at this point. But yeah, and then I did contact her on Instagram, and I did send her the 500 rand. That was the giveaway prize for our first giveaway. So congratulations once again to Tuba, and yeah, I can't wait for the second giveaway. So please do subscribe, please do share, so that we can grow and get to the 200 subscribers. So anyway, moving on. In today's video I'm gonna be doing a story time. Okay, I'm gonna be doing a story time, guys. This story time is influenced by something I saw on social media sometime during this week. I think it was a post on Twitter. I'm not on Twitter, by the way, but then somebody had reshared it on Instagram, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Instagram or WhatsApp, I can't remember. And this Han had said something like, had actually posed a question, had asked, why do men cheat, right? And then this guy comments and says, I mean, we don't want you to feel left out when you and your girls are complaining about how they have been cheated on. I wouldn't be wanting you to be feeling left out, so I'll be also wanting you to have something to talk about. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So that for me just reminded me of something, and then I was like, you know what, I need to do a story time. So that is what this video is about. And while we're telling our story, I'm gonna be having jollof rice jollof rice with coleslaw salad and mixed meat. Okay, I bought this if you're in PE, I bought this in Central. If you're in PE, then you know where Central is. I bought this in Central. It's called Mama Adiola's shop, I think that's what it's called. But yeah, I think most people in PE should know what I'm talking about if you are a fan of Nigerian food. So anyway, let me just try and there it is. Jollof rice, salad, coleslaw salad, and the mixed meat is chicken and beef, I think. So yeah, let's get right into it. So wait, let me first actually taste the food, because I hadn't, and I'm so hungry. Let me first taste the food. I mean, I am a fan of jollof rice, and I have tried her food, the lady where I bought this food from, so I pretty much have an idea of what it was supposed to taste like. And yeah, as always, why is my phone doing that? All right, sorry about that, my phone. So as I was saying, that I've tried this jollof rice before, so it is always good. I like it. So yeah, so anyway, moving right into the story. Guys, amadoda ndiwancamile. Ndiwancamile amadoda. Stru bob. So the year is 2018. Let me give you guys the scene. The year is 2018 somewhere. Oh, by the way, if you're somebody who does not like watching somebody eat and chew while telling a story, please feel free to not watch this video so you don't torture yourself. But I couldn't just sit here and tell the story without doing anything. Plus, I'm hungry, so that's why I'm gonna have to do a bit of chewing and a bit of talking. So yeah, the year is 2018, and I think I was doing my I think I was doing my third year. How was I doing 2018? I think I was doing my third year. So anyway, the year is 2018, somewhere in June, July, somewhere there. I had gone for a party, okay, that was organized by, at the time it was called TKO, you know, this group that used to like organizing student parties and stuff like that. So I'd gone for a party at the casino. All right, so I'd gone with my girls as a girls' night, just, you know, a young black girl trying to have a good time. So anyway, while we were there, I met this guy. All right, I met this guy. I met this guy. We'll call him. Let's give him a name. Mr. International. All right, let's call him Mr. International. I'm gonna call him Mr. International because he is neither Zimbabwean or South African. All right, I'm not gonna disclose which nationality he is, because then that means somebody in the comment section is going to know who I'm talking about. So I'm gonna call him Mr. International. So anyway, I met Mr. International at this party, right? And yeah, man, it was just one of those normal boy meets girl type of situations. He came up to me and it was one of those, hi, how are you doing? I'm good, you know, type of situation. Are you enjoying the party? Are you enjoying the place? Yada yada. And along the line, he bought me a drink, right? He offered to buy me a drink, and then I was like, yeah, sure, fine. And then he bought me a drink. Then after buying me a drink, he was like, I might not see you for the rest of the night. So do you mind if I ask for your number? I was like, not cool. I'm that person who likes meeting new people. I'm that person who likes making friends. I'm that person who just, you know, yeah. So I was like, cool, no problem. So I gave him my number, and then I moved on. I carried on, you know, having a good time with my girls, and that was what. And then when I was now leaving, when my girls and I decided to leave, that is when he saw me walking out, and then he came. He's like, oh, you're going already? I was like, yeah, I am. He's like, oh, okay, no, it's cool. We'll chat, seeing as I now have your number. I was like, yeah, no, cool. I'll talk to you when you text me or whatever. So just as he's talking to me saying bye, this hand comes. All right. So this hand comes up to me and says, is there a problem here? And I'm like, a problem? No, I don't think so. And then she was like, so then why are you talking to my boyfriend? Why are you talking to my man? And stuff like that. I'm like, girl, your man came to say bye to me. I literally met him 2 seconds ago, and he's just saying bye. Then I'm like, okay, awkward, but anyway, let me go. So I then left. And when I left, I literally, because when I gave him my number, he then buzzed me so that I could also have his number. So when I got into our Uber, I literally got my phone and I blocked that number, because I'm like, okay, I don't need that type of energy. I just met you 5 seconds ago and already you're coming with drama. No, thank you, I'll pass. Okay, so I blocked him. So following day, he then called me with a different number, and then he's like, I see you blocked me on my number. I'm like, yeah, as I should, of course, kakate blockile, as I should, I what, as I should. So then he was like, no, man, that was my friend, she was just being funny, she was just being silly, worry. I'm like, look, I don't care who that was. I don't care whether it was your friend, your girlfriend, whatever it was, but I have no party to drama. Okay, one thing about me, antibani ne-drama, antidibani nayo idrama, antidibani nezinto ezingameki isense. I do not mix myself with drama. So I was like, whatever it is, just leave me out of it. Let's just pretend we didn't meet yesterday. Let's just pretend you don't know me at this point. Let's just pretend, we never met, and just move on with your life. You know what I'm saying? And then he was like, no, I promise you, that was my friend. I just dropped the phone on him. At this point, I have no emotions towards this gentleman. So I really just dropped the phone on him and I moved on. And then later on that evening, he got the girl to call me. The girl who had said, is there a problem here? Yeah, that girl. He got that girl to call me and tell me that no, she was just joking, she's sorry, it was a joke, what, can we make it up to you? Can you meet us? And then personally, I'll come with him and yeah, we'll get you drinks and stuff like that. I will. Me, anything that involves somebody taking me out, count me in, sign me in, effective immediately at that point. So I was like, okay, cool. So I got dressed and then I met them in News Cafe and we met up. So yeah, we basically just had a good time that night and everything was just ironed out and we moved on. So at this point, I treated this guy now as a friend, somebody I met as a friend. So from that moment, as I said, I met him around June, July. So from that moment to the rest of the year, we would chill as friends, go out as friends, and he would piss me off sometimes. I would block him, unblock him. We just went that whole series. I mean, one thing about me, block button, I don't hesitate. I do not hesitate. I don't. So anyway, fast forward, we're now in 2019. We're now in 2019, well, 1 minute, guys, 1 minute. Let me actually chew and finish. We're now in 2019, February. So I think I last blocked Mr. International in November 2018. Okay? I blocked him for the last time in November 2018. So I wasn't talking to him the whole time. He pissed me off. He did something that pissed me off and then I did block him. And then that was that. And then January 2019, I unblocked him. I don't know. I just have this thing. Whenever we get to a new year, I review. I review the people I had blocked in the previous year to say, okay, do they still deserve to be blocked? Or should I just give them, another chance at life type of situation, take them out of Blocksville? So I unblocked him January 2019. And then I think he noticed that he had been unblocked, right? So when he noticed that he had been unblocked, he then, he then texted me, all right? And then it was, oh, hi, how have you been? Yada yada, we start chit-chatting and stuff. And then he tells me that, oh no, he's back home. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm also back home, but I'm going back to PE probably in the next week or two type of situation. He's like, oh, okay, no, that's nice. I'm probably coming back in February. I'm like, oh, all right, no, that's cool. So we just continue chit-chatting, and that's fine. So I come back to PE about a week or two from that conversation, and then he does come back to PE in February after a few days after Valentine's. I can't remember the exact day. So at this point, we were still very much in contact, and we decided, and then he reminded me, I've been asking you out for the past 8 months. It's been 8 months me asking you out, and you keep on blocking me, you keep on getting mad at me, you keep on saying no to me. Is there anything wrong with me or anything like that? I was like, no, at the time you were asking me out, dude, I really wasn't ready for anything like that. But anyway, let's just try and give it a chance, right? Let's try and give it a chance. So I then give the guy a chance. February 2019. February 2019, when he comes back. That's when I'm like, okay, fine, let me wear this jersey and see if it fits. Hi, yo, guys. As an amateur, I keep on repeating the statement. So anyway, we date, man. It's fine. Jolo is beautiful. Jolo is nice. March, April, May, June, everything is beautiful. So, come June 2019, I have to go home, right? And I have to go home for semester break. So I went home and he remained in PE. And when I left, everything was fine. So I went home, spent time with family, and then I eventually came back because, I had, lessons starting soon. Extra lessons. I had to have accounting extra lessons. So anyway, I came back somewhere beginning of July. And then something wasn't making sense. When you leave your person, you know how you left them. You know what state and what mood you left them in. And even while you were not around, even the conversations on the phone, you know what they were like. So when you come back, shame, man. When I came back, he did pick me up from the airport. That he did. But after that, he was all of a sudden seemingly too busy, all of a sudden seemingly not available, all of a sudden. And mind you, me and this person lived, stayed about 10 minutes away from each other. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So it wouldn't make sense why you were so busy. So busy you can't even spend 10 minutes coming to see me and saying hi and 10 minutes going back. That just didn't make sense for me. So anyway, he was just different, and everything about the relationship, man, was just different. It was just awkward. It was just different. So I called him up on it. One thing about me, I can't keep quiet. If I see you acting weird, I'm gonna ask you. If I see you acting different, I'm gonna ask you. If I feel like you're giving me different vibes, awkward vibes, I am going to ask you. I'm not gonna keep quiet. I am not gonna pretend like everything is fine and hope and pray that somewhere along the line you're gonna stop and go back to being. I'm gonna ask you. And then he still downplayed it and said it was nothing, it was just exam stress, school stress, yada 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 yada, and family stress. I'm like, okay, cool. So there was a day where he was like, he needs to go to East London. All right, East London is about, guys, don't come at me for this if I make a mistake. I think it's about 3-4 hours from PE, if I'm not mistaken. Drive, if you're driving, 3-4 hour drive from PE, if I'm not mistaken. He has to go to East London because his aunt is not feeling well. His aunt is not feeling well because he said he has an aunt in East London. So anyway, he then left and went for East London. And like, shame. I'm like, oh no, shame, man. I hope she gets fine. Like, she gets well, type of situation. Please do pass my regards and stuff like that. So, lol, boo boo the fool. So anyway, he left for East London. Okay, he left for East London. Week 1 passes. He's still in East London. His aunt is not feeling well. Week 2 passes. He's still in East London. Aunt is not feeling well. I'm like, hi, man. Week 3, I'm not. No, wait. Make it make sense. And then he's like, no, I'm back in PE. I'm like, okay, cool. No problem then. So that means I can see you this weekend. Because I think... what were we supposed to do that weekend? I don't know, but I can't remember, but we were supposed to do something that weekend. So he was like, yeah, sure, I'm gonna come through and see you on Saturday. No problem. Comes Saturday morning, early morning, because we slept late chatting. So early morning, Cabo 6, he sends me a message. He's like, oh, sorry, I'm not gonna be able to see you later today, because what? I need to go back to East London. my aunt is back to not feeling well. She's got pneumonia. Auntie, umakazi une pneumonia. So aunt has pneumonia, and I'm like, no, I'm so sorry. Like at this point, I'm feeling so bad for him. At this point, like I'm like, no, yeah, sure, fine, no, don't worry about it. You go, we'll, do that thing some other time or something like that. So he goes back to East London, and while he's there, he's not available. As in, he's not picking up texts, he's not answering messages, none of that. And then something in me just said, you know what? I hear aunt being sick and aunt having pneumonia, but no. Why is my spirit not in agreement? Why is my spirit not in agreement? Like, why is it feeling like, hey, somebody is lying? I smell a rat. I smell a rat and all its cousins in the wardrobe. Something is not making sense. So then I tried calling him, still didn't pick up, because now we're going through a series where he wouldn't pick up my calls and then he would return them at a certain time only, and then I would ask him, what's up with that? And then he's like, no, you know how I'm taking care of my aunt. I'm like, but why aren't you taking her to the hospital? Like, why aren't you taking her to the hospital, and why are you the only person who can take care of your aunt? Like, just make that make sense. Okay, should I maybe come to East London and help you out? He's like, no, don't stress. I'm like, no, like, I really feel like at this point you shouldn't be going through all this alone. So let me come to East London and help out. Because I'm really trying to be a caring girlfriend over here, right? And then he's like, no, it's not even that. Don't even worry yourself. Don't worry, it should be fine. I'm like, okay, cool. So about later on that evening, a friend of mine and I decided, you know what, let's just go out and have, a few, nothing too hectic, just chill and just conversation type of situation. So we left and we met up at Mulligan's. Okay, so we met up at Mulligan's and everything, and we just seated and chilled. Lo and behold, some of his friends then also come to Mulligan's and they see us there, or they come and greet, oh hi, how are you doing? So one of his friends asked me, oh, when is Mr. International coming back from Grahamstown? Graham's who? What do you mean? No, he's not in Grams. And Kemina, you'd say I'm the girlfriend that knows everything about this person. No, he's not in Grahamstown, he's in East London. But I'm not sure when he's coming because his aunt is still not feeling well. The guy was like, no man, the guy is in Grahamstown, I'm certain of that, because I spoke to him this morning and he was talking about how he had a hangover from last night. They'd gone to Ndondoni, some club in Grahamstown. I'm like, what? Grahamstown? Why would he lie to me telling me that he's in East London with his aunt, whereas he's in Grahamstown? If he wanted to go to Grahamstown, he would have just told me that, hey yo, I'm out, I'm going to Grahamstown. Why lie about the location? Unless if I know the location, I'll be able to, add 1 and 2 together. All right. So I'm like, okay, no, cool. At this point, I'm trying to downplay it, not make it look like I know nothing. So I try to downplay it and I'm like, okay, fine. I'll ask him later on when I talk to him when he's coming back and yada yada. He's like, oh no, cool, whatever. And then, now my friend and I are looking at each other like, okay, what just happened, And then she's like, but wait. Because now, she's like, but wait, but just hold on a minute. When I first met Mr. International, which is years ago, he was dating this girl, we'll call this girl Patricia, all right? He was dating this girl called Patricia. And we'll say Patricia is also not South African. Patricia is also not Zimbabwean. Okay, Patricia is from a different country. So let's call the country Tanzania. So she's like, no, Patricia is from Tanzania. Okay, but she's also been based here in Eastern Cape, but in Grahamstown. That's where Patricia is based. But I remember I asked you, and you told me that you asked, and I did ask him. I asked him that, oh no, I once heard that this was during our friendship phase. I asked him that I heard that you have a girl called Patricia, from Tanzania, but she's, yeah, sometimes here, sometimes in Grahamstown. What's the story with that? Then he's like, oh no, me and her broke up a long time ago, and she went back home to Tanzania. Right, good. So according to me, Patricia is not in South Africa. Patricia, they broke up a long time ago. Patricia is not in South Africa. So now I'm being told this dude is not in East London. He's in Grahamstown. And the only person he knows in Grahamstown is Patricia. Hi, I'm like, okay, this is very simple. Grahamstown is a small town. And I'm one person who knows a lot of people type of situation. So it shouldn't be hard. It honestly should not be hard to help, to get some help finding out if ever he's in Grahamstown 1 or if he's with Patricia or anything like that. Like, it shouldn't be that hard to find out. So anyway, I move on for the night. Following day, I asked a couple of friends of mine. To, help me figure out who this Patricia is, like in detail this time around, and also if he really is in Grahamstown. So apparently Patricia is like a ghost. You would think that somebody would be active on social media and you could, easily pop onto their Instagram, onto their Facebook, and you would see, basically what they've been up to, what they've been worry, and you would get some sort of an idea of where they are and what they're doing. But no, that's not Patricia. Patricia is a ghost. Patricia is a ghost. Her Instagram was last updated in 2011, and this is 2019 at the time. Patricia is a ghost. And which made me remember something that guy had said. There was a different day on a different occasion. Him and I were talking about cheating. Jokingly, just, getting his opinion and him getting mine. And he said, if he had to ever cheat on me, it would be a situation where I would never find out. He told me that I would never catch him. I would never find out. I would never catch him cheating or anything like that. I'm like, do you know who you're dealing with? Do you know the cycle that you are dealing with? Like, do you know? Are you aware? Or you just read about me in the newspapers? Then he's like, no, I promise you. And now, when I actually look back, I now know what he meant. Because he made sure that Patricia and I are two different people. Two totally different people, socially and in every other way. I'm an active person on social media. I post left, right, and center. Patricia is a ghost. Patricia can't just be easily found on social media. But you know what? Because the psycho in me, you cannot lie to me. You cannot. One thing you can't do is lie to me. So anyway, getting back right to the story, we realized that we couldn't find Patricia on social media. So I was like, okay, you know what? Let me go back to his social media. Let me try to trace and see if I can, because now I had a picture of Patricia. I had a picture of Patricia. At least I had a face. Now I just had to put a name to it. Then it would be easier to find. Do you get what I'm trying to say? A name and a surname to it. Then it would be easier to find. So I got just scrolling through the likes and whatever, and then I noticed there's not like the face is not on exact, but there's this person who's always liking that's similar to what I'm looking for. So I try to go to this person's profile, and obviously they are private. I'm like, okay, cool, I'm not just about to send you an invite just to try and stalk your profile, and I'm not gonna do that. So I just typed the name on I just typed the name on Facebook. Then I found her on Facebook. Still, she hadn't updated things since 19th century ago, but it had some details like her name, her surname, where she currently lives, where she currently works, and stuff like that. And I realized, no, she does live in Grahamstown and she works so and so. type of situation. So I'm like, okay, I went back to my friend. I'm like, okay, this is where this hand works. Do you maybe just mind helping me get her contact or something so I can ask her if what I'm hearing is true? Mind you, this whole investigation I'm doing is not so I can go AWOL on the other woman. No, that's not me. I just want to get my facts right so that I get myself out of the situation, and so that she also knows that she's being made a boob with a fool. So okay, my friend couldn't get the contact details. I was like, okay, it's fine, I'm gonna do it myself. So I ended up calling the workplace like I was a client, and then luckily, thank God, that day, my God, like my ancestors and my God were with me, to be quite honest, because she picked up the phone, and then I'm like, oh no, I don't want to book like an appointment or anything like that, I just wanted to talk to you. Then she was like, okay, about what? And then I was like, no, I need to talk to you about Mr. International, you know. And then she was like, okay, let me give you a call during my lunch break and then we can talk. I'm like, yeah, sure, fine, that's okay. So she took my number, and then lunchtime came, and then she called me. She called me, and then I told her my story. I'm like, okay, this is my story. She was like, I am flabbergasted. I am flabbergasted. I am shocked because this gent has been here for the past 3 weeks. And yeah, I was sick. So it turns out the aunt that he was referring to was Patricia. All right, so Patricia tells me that, yeah, and I have been sick. That's why he's really just been going out on his own and stuff like that. I've just been staying at home trying to get well and stuff, you know. But we've been together since 2 years ago. And I'm like, what? So you mean that time this gent was chasing me, the 8 months this gent was asking me out, me blocking him, begging me, crying, getting his cats and dogs and rats and cockroaches to come and beg me. He was in a whole relationship. You see what I mean when I say because somebody make it make sense. Because somebody make it make sense. So then after the whole conversation I had with Patricia, we ended up deciding, you know what, let's just add Mr. International onto this call. All right, so let's do a WhatsApp call, add him, and let's have a group call, a group conversation as the family that we are, so that he can shed some light to what exactly is happening and why there's this confusion and stuff like that. So we add him onto the call, and he answers, and then he tells us that he's not with the both of us, he's only with one of us. Excuse me. He said he's only with one of us, and the person that he's with is Patricia. And then I'm looking at him, I'm like, so I'm looking at that call, I'm like, so me, what have I been imagining? Like, have I been imagining it? Have I been imagining a relationship with this person? Or what's happening? And after he says what he says, he just hangs up. Like, at this point, I was just shocked. Like, I was really just shocked, but I was like, I wasn't even mad. I was not even mad. Like, I had left that part of being mad, like, I'd left it out, because at this point, I'm just shocked. I'm shocked at the behavior. I'm shocked at how sway, because I really didn't think, okay, even if you had to be that person, I didn't think that of him. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So fast forward, Patricia and I end the call, and I'm like, you know what, it's cool, let me cut my losses, take my L's, pack my bags, and move on, you know. And just as I'm saying that, he then calls me, you know, tells me that he's outside my gate, wadi, he wants to talk to me. I'm like, what do you want to talk to me about? What is it that you want to talk about? Because last time I checked, you're supposed to be in East London, Grahamstown, wherever the H you are. So what you want to talk to me about? She was like, no, can we just talk? We obviously just can't, you know, end things on that note and stuff like that if things are ending. I'm like, you know what, whatever. So I opened the gate and we talked. And then he kept on telling me, no, I had to say that because obviously, you know, she was just gonna. I'm like, dude, right now you're speaking trash. And if you remember from day one, you took my number. I told you that mina, the drama, as dibani, I do not diban with drama. Me and drama do not diban. So the fact that you're putting me in this dramatic position right now, this whole drama that you're putting me in, it's unfair because I told you, ubana mna ne drama asidibani. We do not demand at all. Okay? So at this point, I would really appreciate it if we stop acting like we do not know what just happened and we both take our L's and move on with our lives. Then he said, did the guy not start crying? Did the guy not start crying? He started crying, telling me how he really loves me, how no, I shouldn't do that. He hasn't been happy with that girl for the longest time ever. That's why he had really moved on, but he just hadn't like ended things with her. I'm like, I do not care. Like, bro, do you understand at this point that I do not care? I do not care whether you had moved on and you just forgot to tell her. I don't care whether you love me. And I don't care right now whether it's paining you and you just, well, I haven't been eating. And you just, you know, I really don't care. Like, I'm sorry to say this, but I really don't care. So just do me a favor, turn around, just do it. You turn and leave my place. Leave my premises. Say, please, leave my premises. And literally, that's how he left. But then, fast forward to about a week later, you know, I decided, you know, guys, when I say I'm Bobo the Fool, I really am Bobo the Fool sometimes. So a week later, he tried talking to me, and then obviously I started talking to him again, and then we agreed to meet. So he then came over to my place, and this time he wanted us to sit down and talk and maybe try and patch things over and stuff like that. So as we're trying to patch things over, you know, his phone rings, and it is not Patricia, but it's another person. It's another human being. Okay, let's call her Samantha, but it's a certain Samantha calling. And he first ignores the call. I'm like, why are you ignoring the call? And then he's like, no, I'm still busy trying to talk to you. I'm like, no, dude, if you want us to work on a platform where you want me to forgive you, you want me to trust you again, you're gonna need to normalize being able to answer your phone calls. To be quite honest, there's absolutely no reason you're trying to ignore that call, unless if it's a call you know that you can't answer because you're here or I'm here or type of situation. He's like, oh, okay, fine, cool. And I'm like, when you answer it, you're gonna put it on loudspeaker because kaloku wena, you decided to cheat. So right now kaloku wena, you are somebody who can't be trusted and so forth. So you're gonna have to put it on loudspeaker so that we all know that it's an open platform. He's like, no, but what if it's my, I'm like, if it's your aunt and I hear that it's a family conversation, do not worry, I'm gonna excuse you. I'm not gonna sit here and hear your family conversations, don't worry. So he eventually answers it, and when he answers it, does the Samantha on the phone not say, hey babe, why haven't you been answering my calls? Literally. I'm like, wow. Number two. I'm like, rule number two. I was like, no, dude. At this point, please take your mbasha and get out. Take yourself, your cats, your rats, everything. Just get out. Because we are not doing this. We are not doing this. We can't close a chapter and try to patch things just for me to find out something else, which is going to lead to taking us back to where we're coming from. No, we can't do that. We definitely cannot do that. So please just go. Like, please just go and get out of my life and just go. And please just go. That's how, you know, he basically left. And when he left, I made a vow to myself that I'm going to block him, not talk to him again, not even if he cries, not even if he cries blood, not even if he sends his family, not even if he sends his cows, he sends his rats, his cockroaches, no, I'm not. I am not going to talk to him. I am blocking him and I'm done. And I literally blocked the guy and I was out of there. I was outie like Larry. I was out of there. Like, I'm not taking myself there. So hi, that was my story about how amadoda ndiwancamile. Men really want us dead. Men really want us dead, like they really do, and they have no remorse for the things that they do, and they like crying. You cry after you've been caught, and then you act like I was wrong for catching you. Like, what? Why do men do that? Like, why do men do that? Like, ndiwancamile amadoda straight. Ndiwancamile. But anyway, guys, be careful out there. Be careful of the men that y'all meet. Be careful of the men that y'all date. But I'm not there anymore. I've found my happy place. I've found somebody, oh my God, who loves me and would never. Hish. But then again, no, actually, yeah, he would never. Y'all can come for me if you want, but I know he would never do that to me. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed my story time. Please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. Do not forget to comment. Do not forget to subscribe. Do not forget to share. Right? Please do not forget, because I like talking to you guys in the comment section. So please. Please. See, I'm even giving you my cute face. Please do comment in the comment section, and do not forget to subscribe, and do not forget to like. Otherwise, until next time, my sweeties, I cannot wait for the second giveaway, by the way. So please make sure that you subscribe until we get to 200 subscribers, so we can have our second giveaway. But yeah, until next time, guys, I love you guys so much. Mwah. Makani koshera mufunge. Mwah.